Most people don't fail enough. Most people are so afraid of a huge fail that they don't even try. All week long, you've been busting your face in. You've been working and working and working, super busy. But then you look back and you say, what did I actually do this week?
Want a soar? Get a mentor. Hey, this is Nina Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back: a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you as well. You've got Michael Jordan level talent as something. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, and some of his best motivations. Mentor me, Evan. Rule number 1. Don't make busyness your habit.
Most people are crazy busy but don't get anything done. If you feel like you're crazy busy, like you barely have enough time for yourself, that you get to the end of the week and you know you've been hauling ass all week long, you've been busting your face in, you've been working and working and working, super busy, but then you look back and you say, what did I actually do this week? If that's you, then this message is for you. You're busy, but you're not focused. And shifting your life begins with shifting your priorities. So I used to pride myself on responding to email ASAP, quickly. Like, you send me an email, 30 seconds to 60 seconds later, you would get my response. I prided myself on, like, that's good service. That's what you should do as an entrepreneur, right? Like, people communicating with you, you want to send it back to them quickly. I hated having to wait on people, so I didn't want to be that for others. So I had all my notifications turned on, and as soon as an email came in, ding, came in, boom, response, go. What made it worse was people would then get my response. They tended to be on the computer at the same time, and then they'd write back right away and say, wow, you're really quick. Like, thank you so much. And that fed the identity, that fed the ego, and I am very fast, exactly, right? There's proof that this thing works. The problem was, I wasn't getting anything important done. I was working on something, and then the notification came in, and I stopped what I was working on to go answer this email, feel great about myself, that little hit, and then come back to my project, like, what was I working on? And it takes time to start getting back into the flow of working on that thing, and then another email comes in. And so I ended up being busy. I was working all day long, right? Like, lunch at the desk, breakfast at the desk, dinner at the desk, all day long, right? Washroom, back to the desk. There was no breaks. All day long, straight through. But then I get to the end of the day, end of the week, like, what did I do this week? I don't know. But I answered a lot of emails because I didn't have focus. I didn't have priorities. And when I realized that, after that happened enough times, I realized, wow, I'm never gonna get close to my goals. Like, just doing this, all I'm doing is reacting to other people's goals. When somebody shoots me an email, that's what they want. They're demanding my time. And I'm giving it to them freely because I have no defense around my time, because I have no respect around my time. I'm just letting it bleed out. There's no time for me to work on what I want, and so I'm not gonna make any progress on the things that I want. If you wanna make progress on the things that you want, you have to carve out time for the things that you want. That's how it works. And you gotta put gates and blockades and barriers around it and say, this is my focus time and nobody's allowed in. Now, worst case emergencies, family, awesome, but there aren't that many actual emergencies. You have to be willing to let the small balls drop to go for the big goals in your life. You have to pick. You can't do both really well. You have to pick. What do you want to be great at? Do you want to be great at getting every little small thing done and then never do the big thing? Or do you want to be great at getting the big things done and risk losing some of the small things? Because by chasing down the big things, you're going to lose some small things. It's just going to happen. I'm going to give you a 3-step process. Follow along and let's change your life. Step number 1, decide on your top 3 goals right now. What are your top 3 goals? Most important things to you right now. What are your priorities? The 3 big things that have to happen for you, what are they? Get clear, get specific. If you don't know what they are, that's why you're not chasing anything big down. If you haven't thought about it, then that's the problem. You're stuck in these small projects for life. What are your 3 big goals for your business and your life right now? Step 2 is map your actions to your ambitions. Whatever you say you want to do will not happen unless it's in your calendar. You need to map your actions, what you're doing, to your ambitions, what you say you want. What you're doing has to lead to what you say you want out of life. You can say you want all this stuff, but if you're not doing the work, you're never going to get there. And most people live there. You say you want this, but you're doing something totally different over here because it's not on your calendar. You haven't prioritized it. So now it's time to pull out your calendar and map your actions to your ambitions. For those 3 goals, you need to put time in your calendar every week to make progress on them. You have to. Your calendar is never going to miraculously open up. There's only going to be more people who have demands to your time and want you to react to their life, to their emergencies, to their goals, instead of you fulfilling your own. So pull out your calendar and show yourself where in the week you're going to block off the time to map your actions to your ambitions and make time to make those 3 goals of yours happen. So step 3 is block the time and take small losses for big wins. Physically put into your calendar, this block of time on Monday afternoon I'm spending on XYZ, and I am okay with losing some small losses. I will not be reachable. I might lose a deal. There might be some burn down happening that I can't take charge of. I'm going to disappoint somebody. I'm going to let somebody down, not with intentionally, not on purpose, but it's going to happen. And you're not going to kick yourself for doing it, because what you're going to make that time count. Those 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, however long you're spending working on your goals, you're going to make that time count. You're sacrificing all these small wins that you love going after to make this time count. So use that as pressure, not to feel guilty about yourself for not doing those little small wins and being late and getting back to people, but in saying, I am working on something that's going to change my life. And because of these people who are dependent on me for everything else, and I'm pushing that off, I better make this time count. Use that pressure to drive you forwards instead of backwards.
If you want to have more motivations and confidence, check out our 254 series. The link is in the description below.
The people who win work the hardest because they love what they do.
Create an outline and a schedule. What I found really helpful for me was to create an outline at the start.
If you're doing work that you love, you're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work, because you love doing it.
Rule number 2, take action immediately.
Most people don't fail enough. Most people are so afraid of a huge fail that they don't even try. You're afraid of taking a big bet. You're afraid of going into deep debt. And that fear prevents you from having the thing that matters the most right now in your business, momentum. You don't need to fail big, but you do need to start. Otherwise, you will never build the big business that you're capable of building. So I'm a big fan of going from idea to action. Idea to action, idea to action, idea to action. You get an idea, what do? You take action. Teach yourself, train yourself. As soon as you get that idea, don't judge it, don't think about it, don't plan and ponder and strategize, because your list of ideas is a mile long and it's not going to get any shorter. You're a genius. You come up with great ideas. You're going to keep coming up with ideas for the rest of your life. That list of ideas is not going to shrink. So how do you start moving? You take action. I call it the 2% difference. Instead of planning to get to 100% for your idea, what's the 2% difference that you can just do something about right now? I think your ideas came to you for a reason. I think it's inspired. Why are you thinking about this thing? Don't judge the reason, just go off and do something. One small conversation, one small action. Start building momentum. That's the thing that's missing right now, is momentum. You need more momentum. You're a genius. You have great ideas. You should be changing the world. What's missing is momentum, and I want you to find it. Idea to action. What's this 2% difference? The smallest possible way to just build momentum. Not strategize, not think, not plan. Do something. Email somebody, call somebody, take action. Man, if you guys just did that for the next 3 months, your life would look dramatically different. So how do you make the shift? How do you learn to fail more elegantly? How do you take more risks? How do you say yes? How do you take action? I'm going to give you a 3-step process that you can follow. Step number 1 is idea to action, right? That 2% difference. I want you to find something today. What are you thinking about? Find something today that's been on your mind and just do something. Like, teach yourself. I'm the kind of person who takes action, not just watches a video and gets motivated and inspired, but does something. Do the hard thing. Take some kind of action, even if it doesn't make sense. That's the number 1 gift that you can give yourself right now, today, after watching this video, or even pausing right now and just sending that quick email out or making that quick call. Take immediate action right now. Step number 2 is expect to suck. Expect to suck. One of the big reasons why people are afraid to fail is because you're afraid to fail big. Don't worry about failing big. Fail small and expect to suck. Like, the first thing you're going to do is going to suck. My first podcast sucks. Jeremy's first call sucked. He was actually pretty good, but it sucked compared to what he's capable of now. Like, the first time you try to do anything, you will suck. That's okay. It doesn't mean you suck as a human. It just means you don't have the skills yet. You don't have the talent yet. You haven't learned the thing yet. That's okay. How do you learn? By doing. By experimenting. So if you go out and you expect the first thing to rock, then when you do the first thing and it sucks, you feel depressed. You beat up on yourself. You want to flip it. The first time out, expect to fail. Fail gloriously. It's going to be a total disaster. That's the best, right? Expect to suck. And what that does is reduces the pressure. If you expect to suck, then there's no pressure. Then you can have fun. Then you can actually have fun. And when you're having fun and you're loving it, you're going to create some amazing things. So step 2 is expect to suck. And then step 3 is how did that make you feel? You can win in a lot of different things. There's a million different ways to win. But you have to be doing something that you love, right? That's the common thread between everybody who's had success. They love what they did. And so you're gonna try something new, you're gonna go idea to action, you're gonna expect to suck. And then step 3 is how did it make you feel? Did you enjoy it? Even though you lost, even though you sucked, you didn't get a great reward, you didn't get a great prize, nobody watched your video, it was a disaster. But did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Because if you enjoy it, it'll make you want to go back and do it again. And do it again, and do it again, and do it again. And if you keep going back and doing things again and again and again that you enjoy, guess what? You get pretty good at it. You learn to bring value to other people. You're on the path to now building a successful business.
Now I have a very special bonus clip from my husband, Evan Carmichael, on Be Patient with Yourself that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing questions. Let's go from watching a video to taking action. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the one habit that you need to change today? Question number 2, how will you take action on your habit? Question number 3, how will you stay motivated to keep that habit consistent? If you have made it this far and still watching, I'd like to celebrate with you. Please leave a hashtag believe in the comment below.
You need to be more impatient with yourself, but patient with the results. Flip it. Most people are impatient with the results. You want the money right now. You want the customers right now. You want the views right now. You want the subscribers right now. But you're patient with yourself. You let yourself off the hook all the time. You procrastinate and don't put in 100% effort. That needs to change. Flip it. Be more patient with the results and impatient with yourself. Because if you're impatient with yourself, if you demand 100% effort of yourself every single day, I guarantee you the results will come.
If you want to know our entrepreneurs too controlling, check out the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. I'll see you there.
And on this week's episode of the Something to Prove podcast, we talk about Evan's Cheers theme.
I hate the Cheers song.